Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk about the top 10 things that you need for hydrographics. So let's get started. So before we get into this, just kind of want to give you a quick little baseline. These are not in number order. Number 1 is not more important than number 7. Number 8 is not more important than number 2 or anything like that. These are just kind of all together the things that you're going to need to do anything that is hydrographics related. Now, some of these you can get by with without doing as extravagant as what we have. Of course, we're professionals. We have everything that we run a complete shop with, but in your situation, you can get by with cheaper things or maybe something that you don't even need that's in this list. Perfectly fine, but we figured we'd go ahead, give you guys a top 10 list. So let's get started. So number 1 is a hydrographic dip tank. Of course, as you can probably tell, you need a body of water to dip the film into. Now, of course, we have a full stainless system and everything works perfect. But do you need that to get started with it? No, you don't. You can find anything that will hold water. Now, it may come with its own set of problems, but as far as the dipping goes, you need something to hold the water and some type of divider system to contain the film in. So number 2, activator. Activator is what you're going to use to activate the film, of course, being an activator. You have to have the activator to make the hydrographics film work. If you don't have it, then of course it's not going to liquefy the inks that are on the film and it's not going to work. You can check out the description below to check out the activator that we sell, or of course there's also a lot of different options on the market. Check and see what you can find, but you definitely have to have that to make the hydrographics work correctly. So number 3, it's going to be an activator gun or an aerosol. And so pretty much just like we had in number 2, you definitely need the activator. Now that you have the activator, now you need a way to spray it. And so they make a couple of different kinds. You can get it in an aerosol version, or you can buy it in bulk, which is a lot cheaper per ounce. And then you have to have a paint gun or some type of gun to spray it out of. So definitely want to make sure that you either have a aerosol can if you don't have an air compressor and the gun and everything like that, or if you do, then you can spray it out of a normal HVLP paint gun. All right, so number 4, it's gonna be film. If you don't have the film, you can't dip anything. So check the description and the link below. We sell tons of film, but either way, you gotta have the film to make it work. So check it out and get you some film, get whatever you like, and then throw it on the water and have fun with the hydrographics. All right, so number 5 is going to be pretty simple, but it's a timer. The film has to set on the water for a certain amount of time. So if it sets on there too long, it's not gonna work right. If it doesn't set on there long enough, it's not gonna work right. So definitely make sure that you have a timer. It could be something as simple as pulling your phone out, setting a timer, you're good to go. Also, the timer is really good for whenever you're spraying paint or clear coat or anything like that. You definitely got to have a timer to do the hydrographics process and do it correctly. Number 6 is going to be paint. You have to paint the part before the part goes in the water, or the film will not stick to it. So definitely make sure that you paint your part with the correct base coat before you go to dip it, because if you don't have the right base coat, it's not going to look right, or if you don't have it painted at all, then it's not going to stick and nothing is going to stick to the part itself, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So number 7 is going to be clear coat. After you dip your part and after everything is finished, it looks beautiful, but it's not durable. So make sure that you check out the clear coats that we have in the description below, or any other automotive clear coat is going to work, but you have to clear coat the part. The clear coat can come in gloss or in flat, And either way, you have to spray the clear coat on the part to give it a protective finish from scratching, the elements, UV resistance, all of those things. So then that way, all of your hard work that you've done with the Hydrographics, it's going to last. So number 8 is going to be a paint booth or a painting area. So inevitably, whenever you're first starting out, you're not going to be going out and buying a paint booth. It's way too expensive. Leave it to the professionals for that. But you definitely want to try to make sure that you have a well ventilated area whenever you're spraying anything that is paint related, clear coat related, anything with any aerosols or anything like that. Always got to make sure that you're safe and you have a proper way to dispose of all of the chemicals that you are spraying in the Hydrographics process. Number 9 is going to be a rinse station. So inevitably, after you dip your part, you have to rinse it. Now that can be something as super elaborate as like what we have here with a bunch of spray heads and everything like that, but now you're talking a lot of money and thousands of dollars in equipment. Or it could be something just as simple as getting a water hose on the shower setting and then literally just washing it off. So you definitely have to have an area or some type of way to rinse the product off after it's being dipped. And number 10 is going to be proper PPE. Definitely want to make sure that you're being safe whenever you're doing the Hydrographics. So make sure that you have the proper safety glasses, the proper paint mask, and the proper gloves and everything like that, because you are working with chemicals. So definitely make sure that you're being safe whenever you are spraying your paints, whenever you are dipping your items, whenever you're spraying your activator. Gotta make sure that you're staying safe with that. So make sure that you always try to wear the proper PPE for the job that you're doing. All right, so if you've managed to stay this long on the video, why not give you a bonus one? So one of the things to definitely make sure of is make sure to hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and definitely watch the videos that we put out. We put out tons of videos all the time. You definitely want to make sure that you have this in your arsenal whenever you're starting out the Hydrographics, because who doesn't want to learn more about anything, especially Hydrographics related? But on another note, for your actual bonus thing, you definitely want to make sure that all the money that you're putting into getting into the Hydrographics to do it yourself is going to be worthwhile. We see it a lot as a professional shop that sometimes to do a part, it's going to cost more to buy all the materials than it is to have a professional do it for you. So definitely want to make sure that you outweigh the options on, is this worth it to do it all myself? Do I want the personal satisfaction of being able to say, hey, I did that myself and everything's great? If that's the type of guy that you are, then hey, that's wonderful. Go and do it, and I hope you really enjoy it. But sometimes it's not worth the effort, because you can rack up hundreds of dollars in a part when a professional shop may only charge you $100 to do that exact same part. And then you have less frustration, less headache, less time in it, and then literally all you got to do is drop the part off, you pick it back up, and it's all set, finished, and ready to go. So definitely keep that in mind whenever you're doing your research, to make sure that everything that you're spending is going to be worthwhile to get it working the way that it needs to look and the way that you're going to want that outcome to be. So definitely make sure you keep an eye on that. So I know this video has been really quick, but I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. As I was saying earlier, if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips and tricks on anything Hydrographics related. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.